What is this world really turning into? A young man who was believed to have traveled to China since the year 2021. His name is Chibo, from a community called Ibuku in Anambra State. Everybody believed he had traveled to China since the year 2021, only to find him 5 years later chained in a goat house in their compound in the village. Everybody was like, why are we not seeing or hearing from this young man? Even someone who traveled to China or any part of the world would come back or call home sometime, but nobody was hearing anything from him. And these days, we don't really trust people, even family members, anymore because of the things that are happening. So the community youth, they were worried. So they summoned courage and approached the father of the young man. The father of the young man refused to disclose the whereabouts of the guy. He insisted that the young man is still in China, as he had always done. So the youth said no. They forced themselves into the compound, into his father's compound, and then started searching. Lo and behold, they found the young man chained in a goat house at the backyard of their compound. Kai, things are really happening. Now, they started interrogating the father. The father started claiming that the young man was bringing shame to the family. He used to smoke weed, Indian hemp. He used to move with bad friends, and he was sent to Ghana sometime to learn a skill, you know, or a trade. He didn't stay. He ran back to the village. He was sent to school. He ran back to the house that he's not schooling. He doesn't want to go to school. And then they bought a vehicle for him to be doing a taxi, But he did not continue doing the taxi. He said he wants to be riding motorcycle, what they call Okada. They bought the Okada for him, and then he sold it. And then he was just moving about the community, and according to the father, allegedly. So the father said he was doing all these things. And then one of one of the things the man said that made me laugh. It sounds funny anyway, but it's criminal if it really happened. So the father said the young boy, which happened to be his first son, that he used to carry his girlfriend to go and stay in the house of somebody, in the village. There are people who don't base in the village. Like in Nigeria, in Africa here, most people don't live in the village. They live in cities, in the township. Then visit villages, maybe during the end of the year, or festive periods. So there's a woman who own a house in the village, one woman and her husband. So she based at a place called Aba in Nigeria, Aba in Abia State, Nigeria. So this young boy will always take his girlfriend and go and break the door of that woman, and then be living there with his girlfriend and be eating the food of the woman. So it happened that the vigilante of the community noticed that someone was in that woman's house, and that woman does not base in the village. So they discovered that that boy was always sneaking with his girlfriend to go and stay in the woman's house and be eating her food and sleeping there. Each time he knows that the woman is about to return, they will leave the place. So those are all the attitude and ill behavior that the father claimed the boy was portraying that made them chain him. Is that enough to chain somebody for 5 years? This is terrible. It's very, very terrible, and it's criminal, because Nobody has the right to detain or chain anybody without the approval of the police. Only the police have the right to do so if they are permitted by the law, by the courts. Okay? So it's criminal. It's criminal. Please, the police and every other law enforcement agency, please don't take it kindly with anybody, be it a family member or anybody who restricts the movement of another person or detain another person, whether in chains or locked up in a room. Please, it's not allowed without informing the police. So I think that act of the father and other family members of that young boy is criminal and should not be tolerated. And I want to thank the community youth and vigilante of that community of Igbo who summoned courage to approach the father of that boy when they were not seeing that boy for 5 years. They did not say, is their son, it does not concern us. No, they didn't say so. Because they know that things are happening. These days, fathers can unlive their children, they can, husbands can unlive their wives, parents can, spouses can unlive each other, and a lot of things. Siblings can unlive each other for money rituals or for hatred or for different kinds of things. So that's why when things are happening, wherever you are, do not say, it does not concern me. Is it not his wife? Is it not his child? No, don't say so, because the world has turned to something else. Don't say so. Always blow a whistle, inform the police of whatsoever is going around you that is not correct. Okay, so we thank God that the young man has been freed, the chains have been cut off, and then they took him to the hospital, shave his hair, and he's now living a normal life again. But I think the police still need to investigate that father of his to actually know the major reason why he changed his son for 5 years. That is 5 good years of the young man's life. It's not funny. The man needs interrogation and investigation. Thank you. Please, I want you to like this my video and then subscribe to my page. Subscribe to this page, okay? Thank you very much.